You're listening to Bridges Radio Program. This is a show about the creative industries, artists of all mediums, and other professionals who make the art we all enjoy. Bridges is produced at Citadel House Studios in Lewisport, Newfoundland and Labrador, and is a collaborative project between Carolyn R. Parsons and Citadel House. This program can be found on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and in podcast at SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, as well as many other podcast hosting programs.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bridges. On this week's episode, we're talking to Ian Foster, and last week, Carolyn spoke to Darina Harvey. So, yes, Carolyn, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
Grand. Having a good day.
Hello, everybody out there. I'm sitting there in Lewisport right at the moment as we record this. It is very sunny, and it just makes me wonder what's up out there because it's very, very nice right now. Cool. Very cool. But
yeah,
I feel like there might be something behind it.
Something
I don't trust
brewing.
the calm weather. So, but I'll enjoy it while it's here because it's really nice. So.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a hot sun for a good little while now.
No?
It's been pretty cloudy and rainy here.
We've had a lot in November of cloud rain, then the storm and windstorms and stuff, and so it hasn't been. The sun is breaking through. Right, actually, it's more than breaking through. Like it's really bright and sunny. So I don't trust it at all. I think that's just a bad omen that stuff's coming. No, I'm kidding. But it's so sunny here in Lewisport most of the time. Like, we really can't complain about that.
Did you guys get the snow there the other day? You must not have if you're talking about the sunshine.
No. It snowed overnight. Like that late evening, it snowed a little bit. And the next morning, there was no snow. It turned off the rain. Yeah, like the cat went out and got his paws full of snow and turned around and came back in. And the next morning, there was no snow. Yeah. So that was it.
Funny how cats do that.
Yeah. He's not fussy. I'm sure he said some cat bad words and turned around and came back in.
Oh my.
So yeah, but it's not going to last. There'll be snow and stuff. The weather always, and what do you do, right? It's out of our control to a degree. Maybe climate is not, but we can only do our little bits around here and wait for the bigger, important people to fix the climate change problem.
And start small.
Start small.
Do what you can.
We're pretty good around here. Our carbon footprint has decreased. I mean, considerably. We have all sorts of things on the go to reduce it. So, I'm very bugged by. No, me personally in my house.
Okay.
Yeah, we have all of our lights are now switched over to the high efficiency, I should say. We've got them all. We did that when we moved here. It was all the regular stuff, and as a light blue, we replaced it with the other, and so yeah, that's all done, and we have re-insulated lots of the walls, and we use wood. We have a wood stove in the basement, and we have oil heat, but it's a backup. And we have lots of wood in, and we both have older vehicles, but mine is pretty efficient on fuel, and not buying new vehicles every 2 years, of course, is also, mine's old. Both our vehicles are very old, 2002 and 96 or 97, they're older. So we're not, we're not damaging the environment by having new things created all the time. And I don't know. I mean, we do what we can, right? I try to buy local, and so that's shipping. I mean,
that's important.
It is, because, it's not traveling all over the place. You can't do it 100%. So you do, and I use reusable bags. I've not used plastic. I'm the anti-plastic. Like, my kids have been in the store with their dad, and he forgot the bags, and they make him carry it by hand because Mom will kill you. So I'm actually on the ban the single-use bag committee, so they're like, you better not. And it's not that we don't ever have a plastic bag. It's just that, week after week after week, those bags just pile up like crazy. And there's an alternative way that is actually, I like better. I like my reusable bags. Things fit in them. And so, yeah. So I do all that stuff.
I like using paper bags and cloth bags. I make a lot of mine, actually.
That's a good idea.
It's very handy. Yeah, you use your scraps from quilts and stuff, make a bag for groceries and stuff.
There you go. See, I'm not that handy. But I do like cloth because you can wash them. And I have a lot of cloth bags that I've picked up over the years. And then I have a couple that are freezer. They're really, and they are plastic, but I've had them for years. And they're insulated, so you can put like if I'm in Gander shopping and I have to bring it back, I like to use those. So, yeah. So anyway, what do we got on to go?
Tangent about plastic bags.
Yeah, we did. See, we always find something to talk about. This was absolutely not on the list at all. We have little talking points on our list, and we totally just really don't need it if we think about it. But we did have something on the list. I put down trying something new, and I don't even know where it came from. I just saw something about Stan Lee, who passed away recently, and how he didn't actually do what he's known for doing, which is, creating all the big universes and all the science fiction and all of, Marvel and all of that. He didn't start that till he was 39, and he decided to try something new. And I thought that was a good theme to talk about. And then you say you're trying something new. So tell us what you're trying new.
Yeah, new to Toronto. I'm going contra dancing tomorrow. And contra dancing is kind of a mix between swing dancing and line dancing. It's super, super simple. And I think the contra dancing slogan is, if you can walk, you can dance. Because it's basically, you're just walking in formations, and it's a lot of fun though. But it'll be the first time I'll have tried it here in Toronto. I went twice when I was in Edmonton and a couple times when I was in Boston. It kind of originates from the New England states. It's a lot of fun though. You can get very fast and sweaty, and you can spin around a lot, and it's great fun. Dancing in pairs.
I can walk.
Dancing, I think.
I can walk. So there's
you can
hope.
Probably dance then.
There's hope. I could I could dance a little bit. Like when I was younger, it's not that I can't dance, but I don't dance anymore. It's like, there's no opportunity to dance like I used to. But that sounds like a lot of fun. I did line dancing years ago. Now, people are always shocked by that because they know that I really don't like country music very much. I don't listen to it. There's nothing wrong with country music. It's just not my thing, right? And so then when I tell them that I used to be able to line dance, they're like, how does that happen? Like, if you don't like country music, and I said, well, it's just like you're around a bunch of people and they do it. And, well, you might as well dance. It's just dancing. If I'm there and the music is playing and people are line dancing, let's see how it's done. So I did learn like several different line dances. Probably couldn't do it to save my soul now, but I remember like boot scoot and boogie and I could do all the steps, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
You don't need the country music. I did contra dancing at one point, which is normally like a bluegrass folk country band. I did it it was like EDM music, and it was a glow in the dark party. So everybody was wearing it was like black light, and people were wearing like white with glow sticks and stuff, and doing contra dancing. It was actually hilarious because the most of the people who were dancing at this one specific club were like over the age of 60. So imagine that, swing dancing to EDM with a bunch of senior citizens.
It sounds like a lot of fun. I'm not quite that old yet, but I'm moving up there. I'm pushing towards the senior citizen range. I'm like shoving at it.
No, I feel bad.
It's within my sights.
I'm sorry.
But it sounds like a lot of fun.
And it was funny.
Yeah. No, and it's contra. So is that CONTRA?
Yeah, that's right.
And what does that stand for? Anything in particular? Is it like stand for anything?
It's kind of slang for country dancing. which is the English term. So if you go places in England, or the one I went to in Edmonton was with an English dancing club. They call it English country dancing, but it's the same or very similar kind of deal.
I'm gonna have to Google that when we get off, because I've never even heard of it.
If you look up videos, it's very, very hard to follow because like you're dealing with chains of people who are working in formation up and down the chains, and it doesn't look like it makes any sense, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
When you're a part of the machine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, they all look complicated because I remember doing hip hop, and this is funny too, because I go from line dancing to hip hop, but I did some classes that were like dancer size. And this is about, I'm going to say 15 years ago, because Sophia was, it's longer because Sophia wasn't born. So it's maybe 16, 17, 18 years ago. And it was hip hop. And there was hip hop that long ago. Everybody thinks it's new, but it's been around for a long time now. And it was a hip hop sort of thing. And you learned hip hop steps. And I look at people dancing to that kind of music and I think it's really complicated, like what they're doing, like it's crazy. But there is actually, it's dance steps, and it's just the way you put them together that makes it look complicated. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the way things are organized. And a lot of dance steps are common over different types of dance, So, and I've done salsa dancing. I've gone salsa dancing.
Oh, really?
The most fun I did that was one of the first times I went, and I went. It was in Stratford, Ontario, and I went with a friend who salsa danced all the time. Seemed like all her friends were Spanish, and she spoke Spanish, and she wasn't, but she had a lot of friends. And we went out salsa dancing, and there was a big group of her friends, and they were all dancing. They were really good. They were trying to show us how to do it, and it was a lot of fun. And this big group of people came in, like maybe a dozen people came in all at once, and started dancing, and they were absolutely amazing. And then we found out they were actually professional dancers, and I think they were with a professional dance group out of Winnipeg, and were there to be a part of one of the performances in Stratford. There was one of the plays, because Stratford has the theater festival, and they were performers in the ensemble. So they were able to, so then the music was all salsa, and they were doing all these amazing salsa dances, and all the people that were teaching it and learning it, and they were all just like standing back, and then they were doing all these other dances. They did Michael Jackson, and they were just amazing. So but yeah, salsa dancing's fun. I did that a few times. So contra dancing I've never heard of. I'm gonna have to Google me that. So
if I ever, I'd love to bring contra to, or like social dancing to Louisport. If I'm home at some point, and I start something, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
it's pretty simple. It's just, it's a good time.
There you go. And I'm not starting anything new at all right now. No, but January's coming. You haven't
tried any new chocolate bars or? Yeah, January's coming. It'll be the season of new.
I think this podcast is relatively new.
That's true.
My column is new, and it's a complete experiment, and so, I have already tried a couple of new things, so maybe, and we've done the literary tour, which is done, and it was absolutely fantastic. We had a great grand finale in St. John's, so that's all done. This is only the second year for that, and we did some new things. So I do new things regularly, but right now at the moment, I don't have anything off the top of my head that's new. So I'm going to have to look at that, because you really should try new things, branch out, grow your experiences, like all the time. And if you don't deliberately do it sometimes, you might not bother. So sometimes you got to go looking for stuff, right? Yeah, go looking for something new.
Grow as a human being.
Exactly. And if you don't like it, what's the worst thing happen? You tried something, you didn't like it.
There you go, yeah.
Worst thing,
don't do it again.
Don't do it no more. That's it. It's not like you have to, don't sign up for, 20 weeks of contra lessons. Go try it out. Contra dancing. Yeah. It's not lessons.